Friday, June 13th, 2003. Beautiful, warm, sunny day. Normal day at the mill. We were mixing, loading, bagging, doing some of the things that we're supposed to be doing. Mostly bulk out. It was a Friday. Fridays were always our peak days for bulk production. I had left for lunch and was meeting my wife for lunch down the street about 4 miles. And I received a call from one of the employees here, and he told me that somebody was caught in an auger. By the time I got here, the rescue squad was already on site. 2 police officers were on site from the Little Chute Police Department. And shortly thereafter, a fire engine showed up also. And it took me a couple of passes along the truck receiving screw before I found evidence of where he was. And of course, at that time, Kyle had been completely pulled into the screw. It's a 14-inch intake auger, and he'd become entangled in it, and it had pulled his body entirely into it. So we just had very little evidence that we could see of where he was because of the shroud over the top of the auger.
I received a call that there had been an accident at the Little Chute feed mill. So I jumped in my truck and headed up that way, and not knowing what truly the accident was at the time, but en route, I did receive a call that there had been a death at the mill. I got up here and pulled in the lot and pulled around the back where the accident had happened, and sure enough, the hearse was still there, and the crew was still working to recover the body from the auger. And as I got out of my vehicle and walked up, I kept saying to myself to have some strength, because this is part of my job. I work in safety, we provide training, but you never expect that you're going to have to come across something like this, and it was really hard.
The next day was Saturday, and we had to bring in the biohazard team. Came up from Milwaukee to begin cleaning up our area. And of course, then we had to deal with the victim's family. And after that, we had to find ways to deal with our emotions and still continue to work.
Little Chute, Wisconsin, the feed mill here, had a good safety program. When I went around and did my interviews with the people, everybody kept saying, "What could I have done? It's my fault."
After the accident, we talked for weeks, we talked for months. What could have been done, what should have been done. The feelings, some people felt different, felt guilty. Others just wondered why. And every day was a different question, a different feeling, it seemed like.
It shook me right down to my core. My nerves were so shot. I had a small building project that I was working on at home, and I found that I couldn't climb a step ladder. I couldn't go up the step ladder. So when that young man died here, I think a part of me died with him, because you never get that enthusiasm back that you once had. We're a small group of employees, and we're a family group. And it hit me that hard. I know it hit the employees that were here for long term. It hit them just as hard.